Good evening, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 19:19, almost 7:20 on Sunday, the 2nd of April 2023. Today was the birthday, all right, and the party was last night. Plenty of pints, great porter, great banter and laughter, and finish off with a few songs at the end of the night. Most of my family were there, sisters and brothers and friends. Good time was had. Taxi home at a late hour. Not sure what time it was. I wasn't too bothered. So no hangover this morning, but tired. Tired as a dog. So it was nearly dinner time before I was sort of right. Watched the racing and up to the 4 o'clock, and then watched the match. Good win for Mayo. The Mayo, the red and the green and red of Mayo will be sung tonight, no doubt, in places. I seen there was a newcomer on the bus, Conor O'Hara. He said his father was from Killala. They'll be delighted, no doubt, tonight. Other newcomers on the bus, and I'll get some that I missed in the last couple of days on Monday evening. Alistair Hugh, or Hugf. John Rubes, Mark Young, Mr. Loch Ray, Tucker Daniel and James Jackson. There's a few that I probably have missed, but I'll get you out of time tomorrow because I'm off for the next 2 weeks now. Although bus drivers don't get paid when they're off, not like other professions, but we'll try and make a few pound off the bookie to recoup what we're losing out on. So today we had Affadil second and drifted out like a barge 15-2. I answered somebody back there today to back it each way. I had initially put it up in my own bets yesterday as a 7-1 each way bet. Then I came into 7-2. Drifted out again today. Beaten by a stablemate. Pulled up first time out after coming from France and beaten by over 50 lengths second time round. Sure, what chance have we of picking out that horse like? And he stays at home in the barn and we're on a 15-2 winner. Then Blind Beggar ran a great race. He was 16th last night. I think he finished up 11s or 12s. And the winner was out of Fast Company. You know how we like the Fast Company horses on soft ground, heavy ground particularly. It has ran 3, I was looking at his form after, ran 3 times on soft ground and won the 3 times. But he has won 5 altogether. So he'll be an ideal candidate if he ever gets heavy ground, and even in a listed affair. And then the boo-boo of the day was not doing what I initially done yesterday evening. Melina's girl backed it at 10-1, cashed out and backed the other one. Fakira, that's the end of him. He's a dud altogether. And they were even given a special on today as well. 5 places and enhanced his price. And he couldn't even go at the pace. I thought he'd be out in front to try and outstay them. But Melina's girl on that run that she was third in Cheltenham, staying on up the hill. That was the form of the race. Had it marked out first yesterday, told a couple of, and then changed my mind and went on the other one. Anyway, and would have been grand winner 10s into 7s. I've 2 on at Ludlow tomorrow. The first one is Class 3, the Boyne Cup, over nearly 3 miles. It's a decent race, this, nearly 10 grand to the winner. There's 2 there that clashed the last time. A horse we backed before, Bob Hope or No Hope, and he has won at the track. So as Annsam, and Annsam is 4-1. So I thought the race was between the 2 of them, but I chose Annsam. He's a front runner, and he's a good jumper normally. If the ground was good, I'd go with Bob Hope or No Hope, but being it's soft out of black Sam Bellamy, they love cutting the ground. And he won in Kempton on soft ground. And even when you go back to when he won in Ludlow as well at Chase, it was soft ground. He won by 42 lengths that day, without in front. The ground was a bit too dry, I thought, the last day, and he went off a bit too fast. And he only died in the last couple of furlongs. between, the two fences from home and that. And Bob Hope, or No Hope, was fourth in that race. But the previous run when he won in Kempton on soft ground, he was very impressive. Beat Smarty Wild and then by a distance. Well, we check the prices. The Dibble Decker, I think he's favourite. He has never ran at the trip. So the farthest he has ran, I think, is 2.5 miles. Yeah, he's won his last two, so he has to go another half a mile tomorrow. But we might get an easy lead out in front, and Bob Hope or No Hope will be probably in second place throughout, and maybe a small reverse forecast with the two of them. On to the 3:30, it's a handicap hurl. There's a horse there, Hardy Fella, for Emma Lavelle. She's going all right. She's 3 out of 12. That's 25% in the last 14 days. This ran twice in Ireland in bumpers when it's with Shark Handling. Then it transferred to Chris Gordon. Went to Emma Lavelle then, and this is first time in a handicap. But the last time it ran, I thought it ran very well against a horse that was rated 130. Outlaw Pete, and that has won again
to really
since.
Press on for the first time with some spring special on the right. Hardy Fella trying just to be smuggled into the race on the tail of the leader. Then Wide-Eyed and Legless as they head down towards the second last. Outlaw Peter, some spring special, and between the pair, Hardy Fella looking to deliver a challenge. Outlaw Peter is over in front, but only just. Some spring special and Hardy Fella, they've gone on from Wide-Eyed and Legless. Outlaw Peter begins to extend on the run down towards the last. Hardy Fella for Tom Bellamy angles out to try and deliver a challenge. Some spring special still disputing second as well. Off up the run in, it's Outlaw Peter leading by a couple of lengths from Hardy Fella and some spring special. Outlaw Peter's rather dossed his way round, but he's found enough at the business end to win again over hurdles. Outlaw Peter beat.
I thought that was a good enough run to a horse that has won since, and even the horse that beat him 2 runs back is rated Adalka Bayui. That's rated 132 now. That was, even though it was pulled up in the Albert Bartlett, but it ran well enough there, and it's in at with only being 2 lengths behind 130 rated horse, who won a handicap hurdle there of 130, and we have a rating of 114. So we might have a few pounds. I was thinking with that. Heros is the danger probably, but I thought we might have more toe. 9-4. And then for Goo Lovers, there's a class 4 race tomorrow night. There's a horse there. He was 6-1. That he might be worth a couple of quid each way at 6-1 for Hugo Palmer. But the first time out, it ran in Newcastle, and it acted well on the surface for first time out. It's in the Midland Park colours, and it'll be coming on the right hand side of the screen.
As they run inside the final 3 furlongs. Dion Baker is behind those. Behind Dion Baker, then the Ganges tries to make the effort, the grey. Swinton's now been ridden for more. Beatty is back trying to come into it in black and orange. How Impressive beginning to get there as well over on the far side in the light blue, and still travels pretty much full of running as they race down in towards the final furlong. And How Impressive has come there on the bridle. What's he got left now for the final furlong? A length in front from the Ganges, who's rallying. Dion Baker in third, then Beatty is back. It's How Impressive by a length or so to the Ganges, who's trying hard. It's going to be a winning debut for How Impressive. How Impressive.
He ran last, and he was gelded before he ran last time out in Chelmsford. That Lord Rapscallion, that's a decent horse. Like you know, it's a good old hardened handicapper, and he was only 3 lengths behind it. I thought at 6-1. Now, if that was a 2-1 shot, I wouldn't be backing it to win, but I'd be backing it each way, as if by chance. Ran pretty well the last day. Flash finished in third, sort of, but I thought that one might have more toe, and especially when the owners are keeping it. It's only ran 4 times. It's lightly enough raced. That'll be for goo lovers tomorrow evening if they want. The dead 8. I hope the 8 stay in it. But that's about it. Right. Bash the bookies, over and out.